Hey guys, it's Scott. Hope everybody's doing great. It is Wednesday, and we're in the middle of Vision Week, and I am not driving, don't worry, but on the road to have the privilege of being able to work with our next heroic small business owner of this week. And as you might have seen earlier in the week, for us, it's Vision Week. This is one of the most exciting weeks of the year for us because it's the week that we collectively, during our coaching time, actually relook at the vision stories that we've helped these heroic small business owners create. Now, they're doing it throughout the year at different times, either monthly or quarterly, but this is where we all get to sit down with it, really take a good look at it, make some tweaks. You know what we always say about vision stories, your vision's only ever about 90 to 95% complete. So we always want to look at it, update it, tweak it where necessary. But the most important thing that we can do with vision, A, is write it down. You hear us talk about it all the time, mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. The second most important thing we can do it is communicate it and review it. Communicate it and review it. Communicate and review it, because the proverb's true, where there's no vision, people scatter. And so the antithesis of that is where there is vision and that vision is communicated, all of a sudden people will begin to run either towards it or away from it. They'll go, I'm not really into that, or I'm totally into that, and I want to be a part of what you're doing. So I thought I'd give you a little update of how Vision Week is going. It's been so exciting to go into the conference rooms and online with small business owners literally around the country and review their vision story with them, and then also be able to make some tweaks and updates. And even in a couple of situations, these small business owners, some of them are 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and we've even got one small business owner that's 24 months ahead of schedule on their vision story. Now you might go, God, I don't even know where I'm at in this whole continuum. That's why we've got to write your vision down so that you've got that, because then you'll have this moment, this powerful moment, to be able to sit down and look over this great detail of what you've written out. A reminder, a vision story is not some simple little paragraph. You're like, oh, that makes me feel good and warm and cozy. A vision story is detail. Talking about your team members and the number of team members and what roles they need to play. Talking about the type of product and service you're going to be selling not only now but down in the future. You're talking about the financials, your profit, your expenses, all of those sorts of things that you're going to be talking about when you do your vision story. And so us being able to look over that during our coaching session, to be able to celebrate where that business owner's at, and in some cases to look at it and go, we're nowhere close, man. We really got off track in this area. We need to either change that in the vision, or we need to come back to what the vision states. Is that something that you're still passionate about? It's so powerful to be able to do. The second part of what I wanted to talk to you about is if you feel like you're about to get hammered by taxes, couple things in play that I want to encourage you to do for those small business owners that we worked with who got their tax bill or their tax projection, and they're fine with it. Some are paying $40,000, some are paying $300,000 in taxes, and they're okay with it. You're like, oh my gosh, I just got notified I've got to owe 15 or 30 or 60 or 80 or 120 or whatever, and I'm freaking out. I don't know where it's at. Well, we can't do a whole lot to help you in the past, although structure and system will help. But moving forward, that's where we follow that profit first methodology. Having a tax account set up, and a profit account, and an owner's pay account, and an operating expense account. You're like, can't I just operate the business out of one account? Yeah, you can. You're probably just going to spend it all. And when it comes time to pay your taxes, you're probably not going to have enough to pay your tax liability to be able to do that. And then you'll get into the bind that we've seen some small business owners in, where they're a year behind, or 2 years behind, or 4 years behind, and they're really in a bind. Now, to go along with that, you've got to have a system. You've got to have a system in place. So whatever that money system looks like for your taxes, to take a percentage, and you can look back over the last few years to see what that percentage is of your total revenue. Figure that out, bake that into your projections of this year, and then start siphoning that off, and don't spend it. Either pay it monthly, pay it quarterly, or if you want to pay it annually, I guess there's a method to do that. We pay ours quarterly for the federal tax liability. So make sure you've got that money set aside. And guess what? When it comes time to pay your taxes, you'll be a little less frustrated when you have to write that check, knowing that the money is in the account. But listen, if you keep living the way you're living, keep spending the money that's supposed to go to taxes, and you keep spending that on other stuff, whether it be business stuff or personal stuff or whatever, then don't get frustrated at the end of the year when you get a big number and you're a little bit taken back by it, because you haven't shoved that in. If you want to do something different, or if you want to feel different around your taxes, then do something different. All right? So I'm going to get on to you a little bit. If you want to feel different around your taxes, then do something different. And in order to do something different, you got to set up a process. Set up a system around your taxes. In fact, go beyond that. Set up a system for your profit. Set up a system for your operating expense. As we've mentioned before, we leverage that profit first. Mike McCallowitz, Ron Saharian that have put that together. Brilliant. Let us know if you need questions or help on that. We'd be delighted. In fact, and one other thing. My buddy Jesse Cole just put his book out. You need to go get it. It's called Find Your Yellow Tux. It's on Kindle. I still think it's $1.99. We put it up in a previous post. And so make sure you go get it. Jesse Cole's book, Find Your Yellow Tux, I think is what it's called. And you can go check it out. You will love. If you've seen The Greatest Showman about P.T. Barnum, Jesse is a living, breathing, yellow-dressed, top hat-wearing P.T. Barnum, and he's right here locally, and we love the guy. And so go check out his book. All right, guys, there it is. Vision Week live in the middle of the week, live right before I'm about to go into another conference room right here with a small business owner, and we're going to crank this out. Hope everybody's having a great week. Go liberate yourselves from the chaos of working in your business, and if we can help in any way, let us know. Also, check out the Business on Purpose podcast. We're uploading new episodes 3 to 4 times a week right now. So go get coached throughout the week. Have a great week.